What makes distributed training hard? Why was it ever a question as to whether or not it would work?
This is mainly about the bandwidth requirements you have for your usual distributed training. Even distributed training inside a single cluster is quite hard to do. You have to make sure that for every utilization strategy you use to parallelize your workloads across all the GPUs in one data center, you do it efficiently in a sense that it works efficiently for the different parallelization strategies, right? And yeah, some of them have more memory or bandwidth requirements than others. One of the ones that is also used in our DiLoco technique, for example, is normal data parallel training, where you basically do your forward pass, do your backward pass of your whole model, and then you only sim the gradients at the end in a very efficient, like all reduced manner across all those nodes in the network, right? There are other techniques that have more memory requirements. One of those is model parallelism, where you split up the weights of your model across different GPUs, and then you have to do communication between different GPUs for a layer in your transformer model, right? Another technique we also mentioned in the blog post is pipeline parallelism, where you have different stages. So you only have to communicate between those stages, and on all those stages, there are different blocks of layers of your transformer. So you only have to sync the last activation hidden state to the next stage in your next pipeline stage, which has less memory requirements than your tensor model parallelism, but still a lot more memory bandwidth requirements than your data parallelism. So that's the main one. And a lot of people have been going for distributed training across like non-collocated clusters now. This is data parallel regime, which in a normal setting is still way too communication intensive to actually do it. So even in this regime, you have to find techniques to have less communication between the nodes. And yeah, one of the techniques we've been working on quite heavily and have been building on top of is this DiLoco technique by Begubi Dietmar, distributed low communication training, which is basically a technique where you train on those different islands of devices in a data parallel fashion. But instead of like syncing every step in your training now, you only have to sync every couple hundreds of steps, basically. And then you have an auto optimization loop to merge those results basically from all those different nodes. And yeah, it basically works as efficient as in a centralized cluster, with obviously some limitations in a sense on how many actual nodes you can scale to and where it actually works well. Like at the beginning of the training, it doesn't work as well, but in later stages of training, it's pretty much as efficient as your usual data parallel training.